It's the first time in 2,000 years that the land is being restored to the Jewish people. The year following the Shemitah was September 1917 to September 1918. The Balfour Declaration takes place in November 1917. Thus, the land is restored to the Jewish people in the year following the Shemitah, corresponding to the Jubilee. It's a prophetic Jubilee, and according to the mystery, the Jewish people now would return home to the land they had lost, to their father's possession, to their ancestral homeland. Everyone shall return to their possession. The mystery of the Jubilee concerns the 7th Shemitah. So what happens if we move forward in time from the Shemitah of 1917, 49 years to come to the 7th Shemitah? What is the 7th Shemitah? It brings us to the Shemitah of September 1965 to September 1966. The year following the Shemitah would begin September 1966 and end September 1967. Did anything significant take place within that year and within those dates? Any event of restoration? The answer is yes. According to Bible prophecy, the Jewish people have to be restored not only to their homeland, but also to their ancient holy city of Jerusalem. In the midst of the Six-Day War, Israeli soldiers enter the Lion's Gate of the biblical city of Jerusalem. Through gunfire, they make their way to the holiest site in Judaism, the Western Wall. There they weep. And after 2,000 years, the Jewish people are restored to their ancient capital, Jerusalem. It happens on June 7th, 1967. Within the parameters of the year ending in September 1967, the year following the 7th Shemitah, the Jubilee. The 7th Shemitah had ushered in the second restoration of the land. According to the mystery of the 7th Shemitah, the Jewish people had returned to what they lost 2,000 years before, Jerusalem. They had regained their long-lost possession and returned to their ancestral home. The two great restorations of the land each happened according to the mystery.
The Bible ordains that in the year of the Jubilee, the shofar, the ram's horn, is to be sounded. The first thing that happens after the soldiers reached the Temple Mount in 1967 is that the ram's horn is sounded from the Temple Mount, the sound of the Jubilee.
The man who sounds it is Rabbi Shlomo Goren. Rabbi Goren was born in the year 1917, the time of the other restoration. When he sounds the shofar, he is 50 years old, the number of the Jubilee.
The mystery of the Shemitah lies behind the two great end-time restorations of Israel's lands. Now, the pattern and cycle does not have to continue, but if it did, what would be the 7th Shemitah from the last restoration?
The 7th Shemitah begins September 2014, goes to September 2015. The year following the 7th Shemitah is that of September 2015 to September 2016. While the cycle doesn't have to continue and nothing significant has to take place, in the last two occurrences, it has meant war in the Middle East, war in the land of Israel, and a war resulting in a prophetic restoration.
Rabbi, are you saying?
Wow. Rabbi.
I can't even say it. That war could come from this.
If it follows the cycle, if it follows this, the last two times, what it has been, each one has meant a war in the Middle East. It was World War I, and then it was the Six-Day War, a war that focuses on or centers on the land of Israel at the end, and a war that results in a prophetic restoration. First the land, then Jerusalem, all according to the Jubilee of restoration. So where's the next one? Again, we're not saying God has to do anything. However, we should be aware, it begins September 2015 to September 2016. So it begins you know, when the Jubilee begins, it actually begins on a Hebrew holiday. It begins on Yom Kippur. The Jubilee can only begin on Yom Kippur. And that is, again, for someone who always says, be careful about dates, I'm going to give you the dates. September 23rd is Yom Kippur of the Jubilee, of this prophetic Jubilee. Now, go